You're about to enter into the greatest season of your life. However, you're also about to step into the most frightening season of your life. What you're about to step into is something that you have never been in ever before. It's something that you visualize, that you've seen, that you felt, that you desired, something that you yearn for, yet how it shows up and how it looks is nothing like anybody told you. This ain't going to be a fairy tale. This ain't going to be bringing everybody with you. As a matter of fact, it's the very opposite. This is your season of no. Now, I want you to repeat that with me before we get into this video, because I want you just to get the reps in, right? To get even the mouth movement of how to say it, right? How to fully enunciate it. Maybe you speak a different language, so maybe it's another word for you. But if you are a speaker of the English language, how we say it is no. It's an N and an O. So ready? Go with me. So no, that's how we say it. We say no. See how I enunciate? No. See how the lips move like that? No. This is your season of N-O. This is the season where you say no to everything that does not align with your vision, everything that does not align with your purpose. This is a season where you say no to every distraction, where you say no to every toxic relationship, every relationship that is not serving the highest and greatest good. And I'm not just talking about, oh, you ain't in this business with me. Oh, you're not on the grind with me. No, I'm talking about the relationships that do not feed you and that you cannot feed into. This is your season of no. And the moment you realize that you are now in this season, oh, things are going to get sweet. Things are going to get good and real good. Once you stop fearing this season, once you stop fearing the reality of what is coming, what God has brought into your life at this moment in time, at that moment, you are free. The shackles are dropped because you realize that, no, it's not madness that's ensuing. It's not chaos. It's you being removed from the chaos. You're being taken out of a certain space, David. You're being taken out of a certain space, Joseph, and you're being thrown into your promised land, even though it might seem like a prison right now, even though it might seem like a lion's den right now. You might think that this is chaos ensuing, but really, this is a setup. This is not a breakdown. This is a breakthrough. This is a moment in which you are going to feel, you're going to experience a new version of who you are, a true version of who you are. This is your season of no. And the moment that you claim, the moment that you step into that, the moment that you allow the universe to work through you and as you, the moment you surrender to the process of what's going on right now within you, that is when you realize. Real eyes realize, right? That's when you start to realize, you start to see through the veil, you start to see through the smoke and mirrors that I am being brought into a new space. I'm being brought into a new way of being because the season doesn't just change around you, it changes in you. The season doesn't just work, it works in you and through you and as you. And so when it's fall, things must fall. When it's spring, things must come forth. Life must spring. It's not just around you, it's in you. And so right now you are in your season of no. That is not a season of rejection. That is not a season of denial, but it is a season of accepting what is the highest and greatest good within your own life experience. That's the season you are now entering. And if you're watching this right now, I don't know when this message is going to hit. I don't know what time, I don't know how, but all I know is the moment that you see this and it hits you in your spirit, you know exactly what I'm talking about. Because this hit me in my spirit. It came to me. This message descended onto me. It downloaded into me and I realized, oh, this is that season. Oh, that's why those people aren't around anymore. That's why the conversations I used to have are no longer engaging. That's why I can't watch or listen to those things that I used to listen to. Why those things just aren't, they're not doing what they used to do. They're not satisfying me or satiating me in the same way that they used to, because this is not my season of maybe. This isn't my season of lukewarmness. This is my season of no, period. And so what does that mean? What does a season of no look like? Well, I'll show you what that looks like. That looks like, oh, I know I just gotta get one more video. No. I'm going to sleep right now because I told myself I'm waking up early to go to the gym. Oh, well, I gotta hit him up. I gotta let him know. Man, it's just, it's so, no, he ain't no good for you. She just, I don't know. I feel bad because the last time I talked to her, man, maybe I could just slide for the one. No, that's what we're not going to do. That's the season of no. The season of saying no to everything that is not on the path towards your highest and greatest good. Everything that is a yes to you means no to everything else. And sometimes that's going to mean saying no to people that you have a deep, deep love for, but they are just so addicted to that chaos. They're so addicted to their own misery that you can't do nothing for them. You can't bring them along your journey right now. Maybe you're meant to bless them as you become an example, as you shine your light brighter amongst men. But until that point, no. No, I'm not going to feed into that conversation. No, I'm not going to feed into whatever you're trying to get into. No, I'm not going to feed into the gossip and slander right now. This is your season of no. No, I don't have time for that. No, I'm not going to that event. No, I'm not going to the club. No, I'm not about to check them out. No, I don't care to get somebody on the side. This is your season of no. And as soon as you recognize that, as soon as you accept that at your heart of hearts, and you allow that just to satiate and marinate, you allow that just to be your full conviction to devote yourself to that no, then the yes becomes power. Because what you're saying yes to is your dream. What you're saying yes to is your vision. What you're saying yes to are the goals. What you're saying yes to is the fulfillment of what you know that you are capable of, and things that are even greater than what you imagine. Because once you start saying yes to the right things, I promise you want a good body, you get the best body. You want a great career, you get the greatest opportunity to live out your purpose. That's what happens when you say yes to your highest good. You get more and more abundance. Just like when you say yes to the misery, yes to the depression, yes to that toxic environment, it gets worse and worse and it multiplies. When you get into that higher state of consciousness, that higher state of being, and you say yes to the light, it multiplies. This is the season of saying no to suppression of the past, suppression of those emotions that you have deemed as unworthy. This is a season of yes to the work within yourself. And it's going to be dark, baby. It's going to be dark. But the only way to the light is through the darkness. Don't you know that right before the sun rises, it is darkness? Don't you know that? Right, what, 12? A day starts in the darkness, right? 12 a.m. is the beginning of a day, and it is pitch black. It is the darkest moment. But what happens after that? Soon the sun will rise. And so right now you are in that season. And once you recognize that and accept it, you are in freedom. This is your season of no.